Degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa. We're going to have a good matchup inside the Tyson Event Center between the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I am Ronnie Vadine with you all here. So glad to be with you on a Sunday afternoon, our matinee matchup between the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and the Sioux City Musketeers. Welcome, everybody, to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vadine. I guess I already said that. Yeah, Cedar Rapids, they've already played 2 games this week. They played Friday night versus Des Moines. It was a good, hard-fought battle, but Des Moines ended up coming out on top by a score of 4-2. And then Cedar Rapids last night, they were in Waterloo, and they played a pretty tight game with Waterloo. Kind of a surprise, considering how poorly Waterloo has played all year long, but they were able to just squeak out the victory with less than 30 seconds left to go in order to get the win. 2-1 was the final score there, so it's going to be an interesting one here today. Then, of course, we've got Sioux City. They played Omaha last night. Omaha kind of gave it to them a little bit, at least in the beginning, and they slowly just kind of fell apart from there. 5-1 was the final score on that one, so it should be a fun one here this afternoon. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely am. So yeah, Cedar Rapids, they come into this game here this afternoon at 21-16, 2-5. That is 49 points on the year, in 6th place in the Western Conference. It's kind of funny because they're 6th in the East, but they would be tied in 4th in the West. So the point differential is just, obviously I find that really interesting. So yeah, and then Sioux City, 23-18, 3-1. That's 50 points and sole possession of 3rd place on the year. They're 8 points behind 2nd place Fargo, so we would really like to get up to that 2nd if we can. We'll have 2 games versus Fargo here in Sioux City in a couple of weeks. We could definitely gain some ground on them, and we hope to this afternoon, that is for sure, although they have a game in hand. So it'll be crucial down the stretch. Now, Jason Kirshner has said before, now is the time where they really start looking at the standings and, paying attention. I mean, I look at them every day, obviously, because I'm always so curious. But, yeah, so it should be a fun one in that regard here today. Let's take a look at the scratches for this afternoon's game. We'll start out with Cedar Rapids. Noel Ogren, Carson Young, Joe Mentz, the former Musketeer. He's not going to be playing here this afternoon. Garen Slezak, J.D. Frick, and Lucas Siomos. In fact, Cedar Rapids is only going to be playing with 5 defensemen today, so that may or may not hurt them this afternoon. We will see. But for Cedar Rapids, their scratches, for Sioux City rather, all healthy today, so that's good. Nobody's hurt. Or suspended, so that's great. Lenny Geiger, Travis Poliski, and Dallas Potter will not be in the game here this afternoon. So yeah, Cedar Rapids will go to their starting lineup now. Starting at left wing, Cooper Simon, then at center, Ruben Westerling, and then at right wing, Braden Scuderi. Defensemen go like this: at left defense, Thomas Cornielli and Hawk Huff. Hawk-Tua Huff, as I like to call him. Because it's just fun to say, that's why. But, yeah, and then their starting goaltender this afternoon will be Ryan Cameron. He played last night in the 2-1 victory Cedar Rapids picked up. Stopped 24 of 25's Waterloo shots. So, yeah. Now we'll run down Sioux City's full line chart. Starting on the first line, of course, not really any changes, at least for the first line, so to say. Trey Jeffers, William Tomko, and Ashton Schultz. Ashton Schultz had a nice debut with Sioux City last night. He scored 1 goal and 1 assist. So, yeah. And then the second line, Luke Gary back from suspension. He will definitely for sure be a valuable asset, along with his brother Gavin Gary and Kyle O'Leary. That second line has really brought in a lot of points for Sioux City. Third line, Elias Vatne, Aiden Dyer, and Max Anderson. Fourth line, Daniil Boutin, Pavel Martineau, and Dakota Bailey. The defensemen go like this. The first line, Derek Olson and Shane Gould, Ryan Poirier and Mason Stanger, then Gavin Carr and Christian Lyons, and then the extra defenseman will be Daniel D'Alessandro. And then Ryder Shea's the backup once again today. They're going to start Jack. Jack Fickthorn once again had a terrific performance last night, only let up 1 goal. So, yeah, in fact, it was almost a shutout. I mean, we would have liked it to have been a shutout, but you know what? Sometimes things happen. So, yeah, in fact, it could have been 5-2 instead of 5-1. Thank God they disallowed a goal. In the end, I don't think it really would have mattered a whole lot. So, yeah. Last time both of these teams met, it was all the way back on December 27th, about a month and a half ago. So it wasn't that long, but in terms of a hockey season, that was quite long ago. 6-2 was the final score. Cedar Rapids won that one, unfortunately. Of course, Sioux City, had a little bit of rust coming off the Christmas break. Of course, all teams probably did that weekend. So, yeah, hopefully they'll play. Sioux City will play a much better game against this Cedar Rapids team. So, yeah, it should be a fun one here this afternoon. It's Farmers Appreciation Day. Those theme nights where we always, honor a certain group of people. Those are always fun. So, yeah, and I enjoy them. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the pregame show will continue right here on RVN. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. And also, we'll also have a word from your local RVN station. So stay tuned.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza engine computer and the automatic transmission computer. Unlike the Honda Civic, powers talk to each other. Listen. That big dream of yours? Why not pursue it? That hope that you're hoping? It's time to come to it. Dreams, plans, bank account, all made congruent. With us in your corner, you're ready. Let's blue it. What do you like when I think a Tic Tac is clearly better than a Certs. Oh, yeah. No, really. With only 1.5 calories, Tic Tac freshens your breath just as well as that does. Oh, yeah? Oh. Well, let's see. I'm almost convinced. Oh, right. I am convinced. Tic Tac. I'm gone. Just for now. The incredible 1.5 calorie breath mint. Come on.
All major highways are currently closed.
You gotta be kidding me.
You want to do?
Hey! Alright. Let's do it the old school way. Let's go! We're running low on mud. Can't see anything. Look! Good job, folks. Sorry I'm late. You put the load right on.
Introducing the emblem on the new Subaru Impreza. It's the same old emblem you see on all Subaru cars. And 93% of them registered in the past 10 years are still on the road today. So, what's new?
Dope. That's
Wow. Perfect temperature, perfect taste. Ember, the world's first temperature control mug.
Hi, I'm Rick Titus, the host of Driver's Talk Radio. Looks like you're having a lot of trouble with your caravan.
Seaways a ton.
Let me show you this Ford Freestar.
Sure.
I think on a daily basis, you're going to find this a lot easier to live with. Come check this out. Just one hand.
Okay, I'm depressed. I just bought that caravan.
I understand. You're someone who helped me when I was really depressed.
Therapist?
No, actually a Ford dealer. Come on, I'll help you with that seat.
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again. She's in the show. This is gonna be bigger than buns.
This is going to be bigger than Tinder.
This is gonna be bigger than drums.
What? It's going to be bigger than aliens. This is going to be bigger than those things. It's going to be bigger than football. Who are you on football?
I guess it's gotta be bigger than everything.
She's in the show. This is gonna be bigger than buns.
This is going to be bigger than Tinder.
This is gonna be bigger than drums.
What? It's going to be bigger than aliens. It's going to be bigger than bigger. This is going to be bigger than those things. It's going to be bigger than football. Who are you on football?
I guess it's gotta be bigger than everything.
Coming up on the RVN Evening News tonight, we'll have an Olympic recap from earlier today in Italy, plus way more coming up later tonight on the RVN Evening News with me, Kylie Johnson.
We'd like to introduce you to the new Subaru Impreza distributor. But unlike the Honda Civic, we don't have one. So there's less trouble starting in wet or cold conditions. We eliminated the problem by eliminating the part.
From beginnings to finish lines, from rehab to performance, from first steps to giant leaps, you are strong. Good Samaritan, your teammate in life, your partner in health.
I don't know how you do it. I've put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got it, Buck. You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy, big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
There is a revolution coming.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. And this future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look,
What is it?
it will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future belongs to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture on glass.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the pregame show continues. We are about 6 minutes away from puck drop here in the Sioux. All right, now the Zebras have just hit the ice. Boo. We've got 2 referees and 2 linesmen, so hopefully we'll have some good calls tonight, but you can never tell. And they're 2 names I'm not familiar with, so they might be new or they just have never been here before, or a combination of both. We'll see. But Musketeers have just hit the ice. Coming up, we'll have the starting lineup, the national anthems, a little couple last-minute pregame notes, and then it's going to be puck drop time here, baby. Let's have a good game.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the ice as tonight's national anthem is performed by Kaylee Trader.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bumpers they proved to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
Okay, we are just about ready to go. Let's take a look at today's starting goaltenders for Cedar Rapids. Ryan Cameron, 16-10, 1 and 2, a 3.10 goals against average, and a .88 percentage with no shutouts, but he does have 2 assists, one of them coming on the power play. For Sioux City, Jack Fickthorn, 11-9, 2 and 1, a 3.51 goals against average, and a .886 save percentage with 1 shutout and 2 penalty minutes. So yeah, it should be a fun one here this afternoon between a very good Cedar Rapids squad and an even better Sioux City Musketeers team. I was wondering when that song was going to come on. We are a little bit ahead of schedule, to be fair, so I mean, oh, we're ready, all right. The lights are on now, and here we go. Pavel Martinu will take the draw with Ruben Westerling. Guess they got to wait for the pregame clock to tick down here. That's why we're always delayed. It's because we're always ahead of schedule, but then we always got to take forever to drop it because the pregame clock is still ticking down. There we go. Now we should be ready to go. Scores table says it's okay to go. I'm okay to go. Let's do this. Martinu and Westerling at the face-off. And we are off and underway here in Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux City wins the draw, but Cedar Rapids pressuring immediately, feeds it down into the corner. Stanger tried to clear it at Cornielli. Cornielli shot down into the corner. Scuderi intercepted here. Daniil Booten sends it out there towards center for Martinu. Martinu sends it off the boards, back behind the net, taken there by Hawk Huff. Huff in the corner. Sends it around the boards there for Scuderi. Scuderi now picked up, well, Martinu Kind of slipped and fell, but he did pick it up here. Stanger with it in the corner. Stanger back behind the net. Ashton Schultz chasing it. Schultz gets to it. On out for Poirier at the blue line. Poirier down there. Stanger shot. Save made there by Ryan Cameron. Puck up for grabs down there in the corner. Spun around Scuderi. Now it's Stanger. Somebody got a little cross check, but it is cleared in. Dumped in, I should say, by Poirier. Taken there by Hawk Huff in the corner. Huff behind the net. There now for Ashton Schultz. Schultz towards the blue line for Gold. Gold. Schultz battling for it. Puck sent off the boards towards center. Gold dumps it back in behind the net there of Ryan Cameron. He just kind of stays back there. Now finally gets it off to Cornielli. Taken there by O'Leary. O'Leary pass out in front, cannot connect with Olsen. Now it gets to Gold at the blue line. Shot got blocked and it rolls all the way down ice. Derek Olsen picks it up behind the net, sends it around the boards, then got hit by Lechner. Out towards center, picked up by Mason Miner. Miner sent out for Justin Graff at center. He slips and falls with it, and Kyle O'Leary dumps it back in behind the net. Benton with it, now picked up Mason Miner. Miner down there in the corner. Graff sends it out. Jackson Fox, he gets tripped up. Surprised they didn't call oh, well, now they do. Took them freaking long enough, and now we got extras going on afterwards. Cedar Rapids wants to start their crap up early, obviously. Good Lord. So Gavin Carr will go to the box. What?
25, 6 innings, 2 minutes and 3 minutes.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Just ridiculous. So just 2 minutes and 2 seconds in. Didn't even put his hand up right away. He had to wait 5 seconds and then, oh yeah, I'm going to call a penalty. Come on. After about 5 seconds, forget it. Now we had a false start on the draw, so Grant Young just got switched out for Nick, who is that? Nick Romeo, there we go. That's what I thought it was, but thought I was reading his jersey as 16 instead of 18. But anyway, face-offs, one puck sent down into the corner behind the net there, Lions. Now Luke Gary sends it off the glass out towards center. Hawk Huff picks this one up. Huff just kind of stands there. Here he comes. Gives it off to Grant Young. Down there for Nick Romeo in the corner. Aiden Dyer with it. Now picked up there by Luke Gary. Here he comes shorthanded back the other way up the right side. Luke Gary kind of pauses. Down there towards the blue line. Picked up there by Hawk Huff. Huff towards center. Boy, they got 5 guys in a line. Just, it's an amazing view. Huff fires one off the boards into the hands of Jefferson. He clears it down ice, as he should. Nicely done, Trey. No, it is very nice, to be fair. Here's Musa with it. Musa popped up into the air. Jeffress knocks it down towards the net, went up high, and out of play. Fick Thorn got a piece of that. To the move. Face-off will come to the right here of Fick Thorn. Cedar Rapids on the power play this year, 19.6%. That's 10th in the league. Penalty kill for Sioux City, 77.3%. That's 13th. But it's a lot better than what that number might say. Oh boy, a hit on Stanger. They're not going to call that. Here's Trey Jeffress back the other way, shorthanded. He leads the league in shorthanded goals. Shot was stopped there by Cameron. Rebound was also missed as well. Puck now in the hands of Mason Miner. Miner sends it out there. Henry Lechner. Lechner, nice moves, intercepted Jeffress. And then he and Bosco go colliding. Puck sent out towards center. O'Leary. Musa played it with the high stick. He didn't think so, but who cares what he thinks. Mason Miner takes this one. Miner out towards center. Lechner feeds it in. David Bosco Intercepted. Dyer tried to get it out. He couldn't. Now here's Scuderi. Pass was blocked by his own guy, Bosco. Now Scuderi keeps it in. Feeds it on over there for Lechner. Lechner on over across Scuderi. Tipped in front. Somehow Musa missed the rebound. Had a wide open net and he missed it. It's kind of funny, if you ask me. Bosco rolled down into the corner. Sent out towards the blue line. So he said he can't get it out. Now it's Minor out towards the blue line. Minor down. Musa shot towards the net. Got blocked. Little tap out towards center, and here's Max Anderson with it. At center now, Dyer picked up. He and Minor go colliding into the boards. Puck is sent back behind the net. Picked up there by Ethan Piercy, and a little hit there, and a shot was stopped there by Cameron. Here's Dyer with it, battling for it with Minor. They're all jammed up against the boards now. Picked up there by Dyer, out in front. Shot stopped by Cameron. Turn it up. Face off will come to the right of Cameron. Because you don't even know. No, you don't. Martineau will take the draw with Ruben Westerling. Face-offs one. Here's Martineau, and the slot shot went wide. Puck rolls down into the corner there for Cooper Simon. Simon out towards center. Now it's Westerling up the right side. Westerling tipped in there by Musa. Down there in the corner. Sullivan, Miller, whatever. Westerling got a big hit from Derek Olsen. Now he sends it out towards the blue line. Cornielli keeps it in. There's a shot got blocked from Cooper Simon. Blocking it was Gold. Out sent back behind the net. Miller shot stopped by Vic Thorne. That one from Simon. Now it's Olsen battling for it down there in the corner. Picked up by Dakota Bailey. Westerling throws him into the boards. Now it's Olsen with it, sending it off the boards out towards center. Oh, Hawk took down Boone, gave him a cross check. No call, of course. Here's Tomko with it. Here's Hawk Huff with it now. Huff sent down into the corner for Tomko. Tomko on out there for Carr. Carr to D'Alessandro. Shot got blocked. D'Alessandro towards the blue line there for Carr. Shot stopped by Ryan Cameron. 14:03 left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza suspension. Its longer wheel travel and lower friction give a smoother ride, which makes it kind of rough for some of our competitors.
New Mother Revive with caffeine, tea, and yerba mate. Heaps of energy to conquer the day.
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, you make your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites, you, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tail, water trails, you, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights, you, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Welcome back. 14:03 left to go in this first period. Whoops. We are tied up at 0. Shots already 5-1 in favor of Sioux City. Kind of surprised by that, but what can I say? Face-off will come to the left of Ryan Cameron. Yeah. I got a feeling that I know. I get a good feeling, yeah. Henry Lechner dumps it back behind the net there. Vic Thorne. Nick Romeo is there. Puck's in a scramble for. Here's O'Leary with it, sending it out towards the blue line. Kept in the Lechner. Here's a shot, and he scores. That's Nick Romeo. And almost some extras going on afterwards. Cedar Rapids gets on the board first. 6:13 into this one. Well, for Nick Romeo, that's his 20th goal on the year. That's now a team lead in goals. He was tied with Justin Graff for that, but forget that. And forget he scored a goal. Sioux City, they had a nice start here, but Cedar Rapids is starting to pick it up here, so. Dyer wins the draw. Here's Poirier with it. Poirier sends it back behind the net. Puck taken there by Mason Miner. Here's Miner out towards center. Tipped there by Stanger. Down for an icing.
My favorite is when I have people who just never felt like my house. And then they come in and I'm like, it took you so long. I'm like, you're like a perfect model. I thought my credit wasn't good. And credit's better than mine. For people to have these mindsets. And then they come in and it's so simple.
Face off will come to the right of Ryan Cameron. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody asked. Running in the window. The carpet. Poirier picked it up. There's David Bosco with the Botnay back behind the net. There for Aiden Dyer. Dyer out in front. Anderson popped up into the air. Taken there, Nathan Chorlton. Gives it on over across there for David Bosco. Bosco off the boards. Puck sent out towards center there. Anderson, nice moves. Anderson shot deflected way up into the netting and out of play.
If you're looking for a great way to get all your staff together, have a family gathering, look no further than the Musketeers Power Play Zone, presented by Brandon Dix of Farmville Financial Services. When you sign up for Power Play Zone in sections 107 and 109, you're not only given the exclusive area for your group, but catering drink options to fit every type of party. So come party in the Power Play Zone.
Face off will come to the left here of Cameron. Martineau will take the draw with Westerling. Paul Martineau, I guess, screwed up the face-off, so he gets kicked out. Bailey comes in. Bailey, oh, do we have another false start? Oh. And now they're going to send him to the box, I think. Yeah, the referee's pointing there. My goodness. That is just ridiculous. The linesman's the dummy that's delaying the game, not Bailey or Martineau. But Bailey goes in.
Sioux City number 14, minor penalty, delayed game.
That's the linesman's fault. That's the linesman's fault. That's not his fault. My goodness. Ridiculous. Face-off will come to the right of Bickthorn. Dyer takes the draw with Bosco. Exactly. If the linesman wouldn't take so goddamn long to drop the puck, just outrageous. There, now he drops it. What took him so long? Here's Mason Miner with it down there in the corner. I can't. We're already starting off on a bad note here. I don't like where this is going at all. Here's Luke Gary with it behind the net. Gary out in front between the legs of Carr. Picked up there by Lechner. Lechner in the circle. Sends it out Mason Miner. Miner shot tipped. Save made. Rebound. Aiden Dyer picks it up and rolls back behind the net. Here's Dyer up the right side. Dyer spins around a guy. Spun around a couple. Here's Aiden Dyer. Pass across. Shot. Oh, he delayed. They were in just a little too deep. Boy, that would have been so nice. Broke the ankles of up, and now we're going to have another penalty. So we're going to go 5-on-3 now. Here's Hawk Huff with it now. Huff sends it off the boards down into the corner there for Musa. It's going to be a high stick. This one's At least that one's a little more legitimate, but so that one coming at 8:01. Kyle O'Leary goes in for high stick. Boy, this is 3 penalties on Sioux City in the first. 8:01. Tell me something doesn't sound fishy there. Face-offs one. Well, at least it rolls all the way down ice. Good. 5-on-3 for the next 45 seconds. Huff with it behind the net. Huff behind the net. Out towards center. Huff gives it on over to Grant Young. Young in there for Romeo. Romeo in the circle. Spins around Gavin Carr. Here's Musa. On out for Huff. Down there Grant Young. Back to Huff. One-time shot, he fanned on it. Puck rolls into the corner here now for Justin Graff. Huff to Young. Back to Huff. Tipped around. Christian Lyons tries to get it out. Batted down. Here's Aiden Dyer in a scramble for there. Yeah, Dyer's got some good wood on it, but here's Dyer. Picks it up. They're still battling for it at center. Holy smokes. Dyer's giving it his all here. Down to 5-on-4 for the next minute 7 now. Boy, and Carr tipped down Graff. Picked up behind the net there for Romeo. Romeo in the corner. Sends it around the boards into the hands of Grant Young at the blue line. Young gets a little cross check for Bailey. Here's Carr on to Luke Geary. He's in. And just wide. Oh. Could not have been closer. Sioux City, they're just so close right now. 10:35 left to go here in this first. Cedar Rapids still with the 1-0 lead, and they got the power play here for the next 30 seconds. Here's Mason Miner with it. Miner feeds it on Scuderi. Whacks it back behind the net of Fickthorn. Olsen off the boards. Here comes Trey Jeffress with it. Jeffress up the left side. Jeffress in. Didn't really get much of a shot on it, and it's covered up by Cameron. Now he'll send it into the corner there for Jason Musa. Miner back there for Scuderi. Stays around the neutral zone. Jeffress got a stick up high. They'll call a penalty on that. Finally, Cedar Rapids gets penalized. It's about damn time. With 1 second left to go on their power play, they decide to pull something stupid. It'll be a high, but that'll go to Jason Musa, which is absolutely the right call, but this guy's got to be more quick with when he calls stuff, because he takes 5 seconds to frickin' call it. Ooh. So for now, they're giving him 4 minutes, which would be quite interesting for a double minor. They will review it. It'll definitely stick as a high stick. Just my blues. At least it should. God forbid if it doesn't. On souls, races in the wind now to the oasis. Oh, I got friends in low places. I mean, if you see the blood on Jeffress, that should be obvious. I don't know what we're reviewing here, but you know how these things work. They take forever to review to make a dumbass call. So I'm suspecting they have not had a good start to the night. So I'm praying at this point. I'm honestly praying. Because high stick was obvious. I mean that. So, I don't know. Okay, let's hear it. Whoa! No! Nope. On a follow through, my ass. Come on. Now, the rule is correct. If it is on a follow through, you don't call it. That part's correct. But that's just, I think, no matter what it is, a high stick is a high stick. So So it's, at least we only have 1 second left on power play, and Sioux City cleared it off nicely, so credit where credit is due. Yeah, I'll be saying yeah. Right up across the referee's back ahead. Face-offs won, where Muskies are back at full strength. Here's Schultz with it now. Schultz spins around a guy. Picked up there by Cooper Simon. Simon. Here's Simon with it. Simon shot. Stopped by Thickthorn. Does that so nicely. 9:40 left to go in this first. We'll be back.
She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was up last. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible.
That convertible's a Buick.
Yo, Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
4-8 off to a big
She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was up last. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick.
The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
Welcome back. 9:40 left to go here in this first period. Cedar Rapids up 1-0. Shot 7-4 in favor of Sioux City, but we should have some calls going our way right now. I don't know why we freaking don't, but face-offs won. Here's Musa with it out there for Minor. Picked up Musa. Shot went wide from Thickthorn. Here's Davis with it. Davis on over to Mason Minor. Minor spins around Tomko. At least he tried. Minor back behind the net. Out towards the blue line. Here's Davis with it. Davis. Shot deflected into the corner. Nice little deflection taken by Gold behind the net. Spins it around the boards. Into the hands of Ashton Schultz. Whacks it up Tomko. Here's Shane Gold with it. Gold spins around a guy nicely. Nicely here. Schultz in. A shot saved by Cameron. Penalty is coming up. Should be on. Oh my God, they're not giving Tomko a penalty, are they? Not in this lifetime. Cedar Rapids. Okay, they're calling it on Cedar Rapids. Good. Mason Minor goes to the box. About time they got something right. So, Sioux City will have the power play for the first time this afternoon. We'll have Luke Gary, Ashton Schultz, Gavin Gary, Shane Golden, William Tomko out there. Sioux City, they got a couple on the power play last night, so let's hope we can keep that up. Here's Luke Gary with it, on out to Shane Gold at the blue line. Here's Gold with it. Gold spun around Luke Gary. Schultz, a shot got blocked up high and out of play. Power. Power. Face-off will come to the left of Ryan Cameron. Schultz will take the draw. Well, can't tell who that was, but here's Schultz with it into the hands of Luke Gary. Spins around. Gavin down into the corner. Gavin pinned up against the boards in a scramble for Schultz. Now with Luke Gary. Picked up. Here's Gould with it. Gould, a shot up high and wide. Here's Gavin Gary with it back behind the net. Gary in a scramble for Schultz. Well, it's cleared down ice, so forget that. Minute and 18 left to go on the power play. Gould. Toward center, feeds it off for Schultz. Long toss into the hands of Luke Gary. Luke Gary there for Gavin. Gavin in front, nice tip, shot stop Cameron. Now here's Gould at the blue line. Gould on over Luke Gary, shot rolled up on the side of the goal. Here's William Tomko on out for Gavin. Back Lucas shot, what a stop by Cameron. Boy. Boy, boy, boy. Sioux City, they've had a couple of nice looks on this power play, but Cameron coming up strong. Put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Face-off will come to the left here of Ryan Cameron. Face-off's won by Anderson. Here's Jeffress on back there for Mason Stanger. Stanger down there, O'Leary. On Anderson, tipped out towards the blue line. Here's Stanger with it. Stanger feeds it on over to Vatne. Vatne at the blue line. Vatne down there to Tomko in the corner. Here's Vatne. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. Stanger down there for Jeffress. On out to Stanger. Stanger down there, Tomko, or that's O'Leary rather. Excuse me, O'Leary there for Vatne. Vatne for O'Leary in the corner. O'Leary to Vatne. Vatne on to Stanger. Here's Stanger. Back Vatne. Shot scores! We are tied! Elias Vatne! Power play goal! Let's see, did it get deflected though? No, it didn't. Elias Vatne, his 11th goal on the year. He had a goal and 2 assists last night, and I think he's setting himself up right now to have a really good night. Time of the goal, 12:52, and we are tied, which we deserve to be. Now you got to have a strong shift after a goal. Sometimes you just got to wait patiently. Patience is a virtue, and it was here. Offsides is called. Yeah, he does. You could say that again. Face-off will come in front of the Musketeers bench. Tomko will take the draw here with Grant Young. Young wins the draw. Puck sent out towards the blue line. Picked up there. Ooh. Carr smashed Piercy into the boards. Here's Lyons with it. Nice toss there for Jeffress. Nice pass. Ooh, that was intercepted though by Piercy. That would have been nice if it would have got to Tomko. Tomko behind the net. Oh, that's a penalty. Cedar Rapids will get one, and Sioux City's going back on the power play. Holding will be the call. So, maybe a chance to get another one here. Well, let's get another one now. Will be Schultz, Gavin Gary, Luke Gary, Shane Golden, William Tomko, the main power play unit out there for the Sioux. Face-off will come to the left of Cameron. Face-off's won, though, by Cedar Rapids. Hawk Huff gets it down into the corner, but Luke Gary regains control. Gary out there for Shane Gould at the blue line. Gould down there in the circle there for William Tomko. Here's Tomko back for Shane Gould. Gould in the circle. Bobbles it, but does regain control. Gould feeds it on to Luke Gary in the circle. Gary down there for Gavin. Out in front. Tomko stopped by Cameron. Now Tomko behind the net once again there for Luke Gary. Schultz slap shot went wide. Picked up there by Luke Gary at the blue line. Gary feeds it on to Shane Gould. 6 minutes left to go in the first, 1:21 left to go on the power play. Here's Luke Gary down there for Gavin Gary in the corner. Gavin to Luke. Here's Shano. Luke Gary to Ashton Schultz to Luke Gary. Now to Gavin Gary in the circle. Back to Luke Gary. Feeds it on over. Gould. One time shot went wide. Luke Gary had a wide open net. Oh, perfect look, but just gave it a little too much oomph. Here's Shane Gould with it. Gould towards the blue line. Gould feeds it on over to Luke Gary. Luke Gary down there for Gavin. Shot stopped by Cameron. Rebound. Puck sent out all the way towards center. Picked up there by Shane Gould. 40 seconds left to go on the power play. 5:16 left to go in this first. We're tied at 1. Here's Gould with it. Gould at center. Feeds it back behind to Elias Fontenay. Fontenay up the left side. Into the hands of Stanger. Here's Anderson. Put it the wrong way, but that's okay. Stanger with it back behind the net. Stanger up the right side. Stanger, little deflected pass from Grant Young. Now that's Vatney to O'Leary. Oh boy, Stanger lost a stick. Somebody got a little handsy down there. O'Leary with it. 2 seconds left to go on the power play. Cedar Rapids back at full strength. There's Vatney out towards the blue line. Vatney takes his shot. Got blocked there in front. Rebound loose. Boy, a couple of nice shots just went wide. Here's O'Leary with it behind the net. Now picked up there by Jackson Fox. Stanger intercepted here. D'Alessandro up the right side. D'Alessandro back there for O'Leary. Shot saved by Cameron. Face off will come to the left here of Cameron. Line 'em up, line 'em up, I'm on fire! Martineau will take the draw with somebody. Bosco, I think, or Fenton. Well, no, Fenton's a defenseman, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it couldn't have been him. Here's Martineau with it, intercepted at center. Martineau, nice moves. Martineau now picked off by Sullivan Miller. Daniil Booten there at center. Picked up by Lechner. That's going to get called offsides. Nice, 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 nice.
Make sure to stop by section 110 to get yours. Bring your tickets up tomorrow. Get half off your first beer bottle tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like half off. Of course, I'll take that anytime. Let it rock, let it rock. Let it rock. I'll see you on with you. Okay. Dyer will take the draw here with Jackson Fox. Once again, taking forever to just drop the damn biscuit there. Jeez Louise. Normally I don't lose my cool like this so early on, but frick no. Here's Olsen with it behind the net. Olsen. Cornielli with it there at center. Picked up, intercepted there by David Bosco. Intercepted. Fox spun around. Here's Dyer up the right side. Oh, another big hit. 3 of them. 3 of them on Piercy. 1, 2, 3. It's just that easy, isn't it? I love it. With it. Look, anytime we can take down our competition, we'll take it. Here's Westerling with it down there in the corner. Puck's in a scramble for. Now it's picked up. Here's Simon. Pass across to Hawk Huff. Shot went wide off the glass. Scuderi with it in the corner. Scuderi now picked up there. Luke Gary, D'Alessandro on over to Derek Olsen. Olsen through the legs of a couple of guys. Rolls back behind the net. Here's Scuderi on out Lyons. Shot deflected just a little wide. Here's Luke Gary with it down there in the corner. Picked up by Mason Miner. 2:18 left to go in this first. We are tied up at 1. Uh-oh, Westerling got a stick up high. All I hear is just wham, wham, wham. Puck sent out towards center here for Victhorn. Victhorn, puck is sent down. Back behind the net, there's Christian Lyons with it. Lyons picked up there for Gavin Carr. Carr sent off the boards there for Astrid Schultz. Here's Tomka with it, spins around a guy. Picked up there by Joseph Fenton. Fenton out towards center. Here's Musa with it up the left side. Musa, shot towards the net, gloved up nicely by Victhorn. Face off will come to the right of Victhorn. Now what? Okay. I like the sound of that. So they're challenging for a major. I don't know. I didn't notice anything too out of the ordinary, but obviously Kirshner has better eyes than I do, so. Up. You know what this is going to be? It's going to be a long-ass review, I'll tell you that. It's normally how these things go.
How many challenges do you do per team?
I think you can challenge as much as you want to. I think. Because if it doesn't work now, they'll lose a timeout. But the next time Sioux City challenges and loses, it'll be a delay a game. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see. They reviewed, I don't know what they were reviewing, but some major. Well, we lost the timeout, whatever. I don't know. They showed a replay. That was a hit on Max Anderson. Oh, a kneeing. Kiersey kneed. I don't know if it was much, though. I mean, Anderson stayed on his feet, so knee on knee. Okay, I see. I see why. Because I was wondering, like, what the hell is he challenging? But here's Miller back there. Cornielli. Here's Hawk Huff with it. Back Cornielli with it. Sends it on over across. Takes a shot. Blocker just a little wide behind the net. Here's Cornielli with it. Cornielli picked up there for Hawk Huff. Lechner there for Miller. Derek Wilson with it into the hands of Jeffress. Off the boards. Tomko and Huff in a foot race for it. 1 minute left to go here in this first. Puck sent down into the corner behind the net there for Tomko, maybe. Hawk Huff was there too. Jeffress poked Stanger. Schultz. Now here's Miller. Sullivan Miller in, went behind the net. Schultz came up with it, I guess. Here's Stanger with it. Poked around. Here's Graff out in front. It's loose. Here's Stanger. Now Romeo. Boy, I don't know if he was trying to shoot that or pass it, but holy smokes. Wholly off target. Here's Schultz with it up the left side. Schultz up the... Well, I just said up the left side. Puck sent back behind the net of Cooper Simpson. 13 seconds left to go here in this one. And a scramble for Stanger. Popped up into the air. Vatne was there. Vatne Back the other way. One last chance. It's Fox. A shot stopped by Fickthorn, and that's the end of one period of play. Well, let's take a look at that first period now. 2 minutes and 2 seconds in. Carr went in 2 minutes for tripping. Then at 16, Cedar Rapids scored. That was Nick Romeo from Henry Lechner. Then at 6:50, Mason Minor went in 2 minutes for delay of game. 8:01, O'Leary got 2 minutes for high stick. Then at 11:01, Mason Minor went in 2 minutes for hooking. I wish it was 12, but either way, we scored on the power play, so it doesn't matter anyway. Elias Vatne from Mason Stanger and Kyle O'Leary. That made it a tied game at 1. Then at 13:22, Joe Fenton went in 2 minutes for holding. Shots that period, Sioux City 12, Cedar Rapids 5. So there you go. Take a look at some scores from across the league this afternoon. Right now, Muskegon leads Youngstown by a score of 3-0 at the end of one. Muskegon's already won the weekend series with them. They played Friday and Saturday, and they're playing now. So there you go. Chicago leads Tri-City 2-0 at the end of one, and then Fargo will be at Sioux Falls later on this afternoon in about 20-plus minutes. NBA scores, of course, it's the All-Star game. Game 1, it'll be the World versus the USA Stars. Pre-game coming, well, it's pre-game right now, and then depending on what happens, one team will play the USA, well, I don't know. The All-Star format's all out of whack, so I don't even freaking know. The All-Star game's today, we'll just say that. Men's college hoops, Illinois beat Indiana 71-51 earlier today. Women's college hoops now, UCLA, Indiana 88-38 with 3:46 left to go in the fourth quarter, make that 90-42. 7:59 left to go in the fourth. Texas leads Tennessee 54-49. Michigan leads Michigan State 38-27 with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Right now at halftime, Oklahoma leads Alabama 41-33. Then coming up at 6 o'clock Eastern, Florida State at Louisville. Then at 8, West Virginia at TCU, as well as Oregon at Washington. Georgia beat Vanderbilt earlier today 76-74. Duke beat North Carolina 72-60. Beat Ohio State 76-75. Baylor beat UCF 93-63. Then Kentucky beat Ole Miss 74-57. We'll go to the Olympics now. Recap: Switzerland beat Czechia 4-3. Canada beat France 10-2. Boy, France's hockey team sucks as well. Denmark beat Latvia 4-2. Right now, U.S. leads Germany 2-0 with 6:56 left to go in the second period. Well, we have some medals to hand. Oh, well, we did. Okay, we do. We'll start out with alpine skiing, the women's giant slalom final. Italy took home the gold, and then Norway and Sweden both tied for the silver. Quite interesting. The men's biathlon, we got men's and women's. Sweden picked up the gold, Norway picked up silver, and then France picked up bronze. Italy picked up gold, Norway picked up silver, and Finland got bronze. Cross-country skiing, the men's 4x7.5 kilometers relay final. Norway took home the gold, France with the silver, and Italy with the bronze. Freestyle skiing, men's dual moguls. Canada with the gold, Japan with the silver, and then Australia with the bronze. Mixed team skeleton, Great Britain with the gold, and then Germany with the silver and bronze respectively. Then ski jumping, the women's individual large hill final. Norway picked up both gold and silver, while Slovakia picked up the bronze. Snowboarding, the mixed snowboard cross-team snowboard final. Great Britain picked up the gold, while Italy got silver and France got bronze. And then the women's speed skating, women's 500-meter final. Netherlands picked up gold and silver, and then Japan picked up the bronze. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, second period in about 12 and a half minutes. End of the hour, basically. Just crossing it. We'll be right back.